Welcome back to Couch of Thrones, episode whatever, four. I don't care anymore. Oh my god. It's such a turn. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna decompress, let our feelings be heard, and then maybe cry a little, maybe hold each other, maybe stroke each other's beards, and then maybe not. I don't know. We don't have
It'll
to do
be
that.
magnificent. Oh yeah.
Go. I would start. I don't know where to start.
Go, Kathy. Go.
Oh, we got.
Huh.
So we have again. Kathy could not make it today. So we have a brief little message from her. I'm guessing it's about 2 minutes. I think. But it's like I'm guessing she has some feelings that she wants to share as well. That we're probably gonna. Well, let's just see.
It looks like it might be 11 minutes.
Oh. Well, let's listen to Kathy for a little bit and see what she has to think about last episode.
So, hi everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's segment, especially Josh and Costas and Jacob and Corbin, who were working on the show last week. Sorry I couldn't be there. And I can't be there again this week. We have a board meeting, so got to do my day job at Brookline Interactive Group. But I'm really excited to do this segment today. And I'm hoping we're going to have something cool to show you, actually, that relates to volumetric VR capture in a new program that we're playing with called Reach.Love that Nani De La Pena and her crew came up with. And hopefully we can show you something really cool in it. If not, we'll do it next week. Couple of things. I loved the show this week. I felt like it was a return to earlier Game of Thrones. So the plotting and the scheming and the characters pitted against each other and some pretty witty quips made for a really enjoyable show for me. That being said, lots of problems, but I think narratively we're on a good trajectory to make it to the end. It's a really fast timeline for this show. It's not like other series. This series is really a fast timeline, and so there's been some problems with that. It did give me, last week I was saying I'm not sure why I care. Now I care. So I actually care about some of the things that happened, and now I'm excited to see what the next two episodes are going to bring us. I also have a coffee cup on the set because our set prep team, wanted to make a point about Game of Thrones. You probably saw it already on the interwebs. Coffee cup was left, and somebody forgot about, $15 million of production, and sometimes it happens, So I thought this episode was really great for setting up a lot of the characters, some great plot lines. We've got the Euron, who we all love to hate, aka Johnny Depp kind of, and he's clearly going to be set up against Jaime. They don't know whose baby it is. Now Euron has been kind of hinted or told by Tyrion indirectly that it might not be his. And then Jaime, I think, is maybe aware of that because he left Winterfell right when he found out that Euron had taken down the last dragon. Kind of makes you wonder what he's going to do. I have no idea what Jaime's going to do. I think they kind of played it either way. You could kind of go either way on this. Dany versus Jon. I mean, obviously Dany is kind of turning into the Mad Queen. I don't know what that's going to look like. A lot of people have been talking about feminism and whether this show is still female forward. I think it is. There's definitely some points about this show that I think are problematic, but I have to point out Dany and Cersei and a lot of the female characters have made some of the same mistakes that male characters do when the male characters are in charge and causing lots of violent ends and deaths. So maybe it's equal in that sense, but there are other problems that I will talk about. Cersei versus Dany, of course. That was a crazy standoff. I don't know why they just didn't kill them right then. The dragon, clearly was really vulnerable in that perspective. Why would you even bring the dragon? Why could the dragon be flying? But maybe that was to not be as vulnerable. Tyrion versus Varys. Varys is back to his old self. I was really happy to see that. Tyrion kind of to his old self, but still making bad choices. But still showing us the humanity of his character and how much he does care about folks. He particularly cares about Dany. Varys is caring about the realm, but who is the realm? Who decides what's best for the realm? I think there's so many things we could extrapolate from these characters and what they're talking about to our world here and now, the non-fantasy world that we live in terms of who makes the decisions. Is it a democracy? Is it a hierarchy? Is it a monarchy? And how do we know it's going to be right for our world? Arya versus I don't know who. Who's? I mean, it kind of seems like she's going for Cersei, right? Cersei's on her list. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I still am complaining because Arya hasn't used any faces. Still, again, Sansa versus who? I kind of feel like they're setting her up to be on the Iron Throne. She's kind of the most practical person right now, and she makes the most sense, and she actually cares about her people. I don't think she just cares about the North. I think she actually is very compassionate and caring. I think she's definitely standing up for the family like Arya is right now. That whole family meeting moment, by the way, can we have a word? And the scene by the weirwood, I just thought, somebody posted, I thought this was hilarious, that it's kind of like the moment where, the Beatles were having this like intervention with John Lennon about Yoko Ono, like with the whole thing about Danny. It's kind of like that again.
So instead of covering this all in one go, I think we're going to kind of pause and talk a little bit things, and we'll continue. We're going to jump in, put Kathy in. That might look weird with the edits, so sorry, Corbin. Made your job so much harder. But that's what you get for not being in the control room. No.
Oh, do we do a clap to give them like a cut to smack it in there?
Someone's laughing.
Oh, that's they're having fun. They're having fun. We're having fun too. And Game of Thrones, Catch with Thrones.
So I think we're gonna go over. We have a lot of points that I think Kathy's covering as well. So before we get like inundated with a lot of stuff, I think we'll kind of like just pause a little bit and then play and then come back, and hopefully it'll be more of a back and forth because it's hard to do the that little episode that way. Let's see. Mm-hmm. All right, so Kathy was touching on a couple of points.
Yeah.
Let's see. So where do we want to start? I mean, as far as like some of the stuff she covered.
Oh man, let's jump in. Let's jump in on that scene where the oh, there's so many things that were bizarre. Let's jump in on that last scene, like where Kathy just was, where they were hanging out with Dany and her army in front of the castle, King's Landing.
Yep.
That was awful. That was
terrible.
Let's redo that entire thing. Let's never talk about that again.
No, that was so out of character on everyone's part.
Yeah.
It was stupid. It was tactically stupid. It was just by the character standards, it was just dumb, out of place. It felt so. When they cut to it and they were at the gates and they had all the ballista just train on them, I'm like, this is where everybody dies. This is the end of, this is Tyrion's like little ploy of like, that was the only way it thematically made sense to me, I guess.
Yeah.
It just, there was nothing in Cersei's character that would stop her from just executing everybody there. She's like, oh, you brought yourself in front of my gate, in front of all of my artillery? Thank you. And now you're dead. And that's...
Yep.
It's just,
It's kind of shocking that anyone survived that.
Yeah.
I mean,
even Tyrion. Like,
yeah.
They just, the dragon was landed right there.
Yeah, especially because like Cersei hates Tyrion with like, she literally hired an assassin.
Yeah.
To kill him, but she's like, nah, dog, you and your like 8 people in your army, you got this.
Yeah.
You can hang out. Also, that dragon that we can shoot like millions of times with our incredibly strong scorpion ballista things.
Yeah. It's like if this was like I was getting vibes of like Ramsay Bolton when he killed am I forgetting his name? The Stark brother.
Robb.
No, Robb.
No. Not him.
Oh my God.
What's his name?
I'm gonna get
Reek.
crap for that.
No.
Not Reek.
Nasty.
The younger kid. Anyway, I forgot his name. He barely had any lines in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm less of a nerd having not known this name.
That guy who's a Stark.
Yeah, they I was feeling like that was a baiting technique to get them to like.
Yeah.
But it was just. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm really sad.
It hurts us.
It hurts a lot.
Oh man.
And Kathy was mentioning a couple other things. As far as Dany's motivations, what do you think? I mean, losing the dragon, I can kind of justify.
So yeah, she lost the dragon. She's really upset about stuff because I mean it's one of her dog kids. Like effectively, like if someone came in and like murdered your dog after your dog was like trying to shoot fire at
you go all
a
John
bunch
Wick
of
on
boats.
him.
Yeah. John Wick is about to happen.
Yeah.
But with Dany. And she's really mad. Oh God, she's so mad about the throne. She's so mad about it.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't want to have any. I mean, I understand her character though. It's not she's if they play her as the Mad Queen and is like, oh, she's gone unhinged, I'm gonna be like, that's bullshit. Like, I get that she's disillusioned. She feels like, I mean, Varys
Yeah.
did make some good points about her feeling like she's prophesized and she's the second coming here to save
Yeah.
everyone, and therefore she's gonna commit atrocities. I mean, that could very well happen,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be justified. But she,
But nothing in the show has indicated anything of that
Yeah.
prior.
yeah, I mean, Meereen, she was getting a little brutal. She was
Yeah.
starting to get to a point where she's like, we're gonna crucify
Yeah, just
everyone.
murder 'em. Yeah.
And then, but
Would-
she pulled back and like,
Yeah. So she has that she could be a good leader, etc.
Yeah.
Which is great. And like, yeah. So leading that back to that point that Kathy made about how like Sansa is potentially the only one who is reasonable enough to be on the throne.
no, she's no.
She's her of all the character arcs, hers is like actually getting somewhere this season. So she's like becoming a cool person, not the worst human ever. Doesn't want to,
She's
isn't super jealous of her brother.
she's dealing with the trauma of what's happened to her and her family, though.
Yeah.
And the point that everything she's doing is a reaction to that trauma.
Yeah.
She's very protective at this point, and she's probably willing to do horrible things to
Yeah.
stop it from happening again.
Yeah, she's an Avenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like Marvel Avengers, but
Yeah,
like,
like-
the meaning of the word.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's definitely not going to be she would not. All of her choices are based on that interest and not seeing it happen again.
Okay.
And I feel like that would make her a bad leader.
Yeah.
Because it makes her kind of like what Cersei's doing with her kids, or what she's doing, and when she's,
Yeah.
you stop thinking about other people, you think only about your family.
Yeah.
And she's already playing this really. She already betrayed Jon's trust.
Yeah.
With the immediately telling Tyrion as soon as like.
Oh,
he
that was
told her.
awesome.
That was
Good
like. And then
That was awful.
that was pretty awful.
Jon Snow tells absolutely everyone that he is Aegon Targaryen. That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Yep.
Brad's like, you make up your mind, man. I don't see the future or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what the outcomes are going to be. I guess this is him, like, just stepping back a little bit. Like, I did my thing. I sat in the chair. I watched The Night King with the crows.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Now,
Nothing.
my
no,
job here is done.
He's done. No
Yeah.
more. No more Brain. Brain is
Yeah.
no more.
He's checked out of this.
out of the story.
And he's just like, I'm going to check out the past. Look at that. It's pretty fun back there.
Oh man.
Fuck you guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
I swore.
All right. Let's get back to
I'm mad at
Kathy's-
this. I'm just
Yeah.
really disappointed. I was
our
really,
virtual co-host.
I thought it was really it was great. Like, can we have a family meeting, and family meetings, just like all families, does your family keep secrets? Mine does not, right? Right, Jimmy? Talking to you. No, I mean, family secrets are hard to keep. And clearly what happened was the secret was not kept. And now 8 people know. So that's going to be a problem. Back to the moment that I loved probably the most, one of the moments I loved the most, was the Hound and Arya. That was just like warmed my heart back to the old days. And I could see the spinoffs beginning. The Arya buddy cop movie with the Hound, Tormund and the Wolf.
Arya, and let's just touch on that real quick. What do you think they're going to King's Landing to do? I mean, I think it's
I mean, obviously, Murderfest 2012.
yeah,
Well, not 2012. The correct one.
Yeah.
Whatever is happening. during
Clegane
that time.
Bowl 20.
Clegane Bowl is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Arya's gonna murder some people because that's what she's good at.
Yeah, so I think Arya's gonna make a play on Cersei, and to do that, you got to the mountain. Clegane
Yeah.
versus the Hound makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take Clegane.
Yeah.
And-
Arya's gonna take Cersei, and then
Yeah.
Sansa can get on the throne or whatever.
Yeah.
And Jon can be like, I don't want to be king.
No, man. Yeah.
But they're gonna make him to be king. He's be like, I don't want to be king.
Yeah.
No, don't make me be king.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be next episode.
Yeah.
This one's got to be, this whole next episode, I'm thinking, is Battle of the King's Landing, burning everything.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see that premonition that Dany had of the snow castle being just ash or something. Like, she's standing in the throne room full of, and it's not snow, guys. It's ash because she burned everything
Yeah, that's
down.
because Miss Madiba.
Dracarys, yeah.
She said to Dracarys, she was like, yo, dog, burn this thing.
She could have said, like, spare the people.
No, she was
it's
like,
not-
burn
it's
it
not
all
their
down.
fault.
Burn it all
Kill,
down.
kill this. Like,
Oh, my God.
kill Cersei, but, like,
Oh,
don't.
my God. All right, let's.
Yeah.
Kathy, what do you have next?
Gilly baby moment. you know, my brother and my husband have some really funny ideas. And actually, my brother's girlfriend, Trina, credit to her for coming up with the idea. The Jamie spinoff show should be called Sister Wives. It's pretty good, right? Drogo's Barbecue Style, High Garden, which is a CBD cooking show, Hodor Home Improvement, Female Forward Iron Islands. I'd love to hear what ideas you have for the spinoffs, which George R.R. Martin said this week, probably without anybody on Game of Thrones actually wanting him to say anything, is my guess, that there's 3 coming and maybe 4. So that could be exciting. Will we want to watch them? I don't know. If it's like, you know, Tormund and Wolf, I'm kind of down with that. How many of you think Sam is going to be at the end? I mean, we've talked about this for, I think, at least 4 years. Sam at the end, everything in ashes, and Sam is there. Maybe Sam and Sansa are there. And all the babies. So we've got Euron or Jaime's baby, which I think it's Jaime's, right? We've got the Baratheon Stark baby from Gendry, who, you know, I have to say, I feel a little bad for Gendry, but that was an awesome feminist moment, right? When Arya was like, yeah, that's not me. We've always known, right? And her dad said, like, oh, you're going to be, in the first episode, you're going to have, you know, you're going to marry a...
Okay, so I want to go back a little bit to the castle scene at the beginning, so we'll kind of like jump on that.
Jump around.
I mean, so let's actually just start talking about the episode, I guess, because we just jumped in. But that first part, I liked it for the most part. Then it dragged a little bit.
The one where they burn the bodies?
Yeah, burn the bodies. That speech was good. I like that. That made sense. Everyone was having this moment. The celebration was pretty cool too. Seeing Tormund like totally strike out on Brienne.
Oh yeah.
And then and then get absolutely trashed when he like was heartbroken. Oh man. That was sad. It was just hilarious.
Go Tormund.
Yeah, he took a shot.
Yep.
But that thing with Arya being missing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they did like hang out for a moment, and then he's like, we should get married.
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, that ain't me. I'm a warrior.
He said the L word. He said, lady.
Oh yeah. No, she's not Lady Stark. She's the nameless murderer.
Yeah, that just triggered like season 1 Arya of like, I don't knit, I don't sew. I stab things with the pointy end. And
She's great.
Yeah.
Arya's great.
Yeah. And so that was pretty cool that she did stand up to that and not I mean, I don't know if she even loves Gendry, really. I mean, she likes him, thinks he's a cool guy, but like definitely doesn't want that.
No.
So
I mean, she would be
a terrible lady too.
Yeah.
She should be a great assassin lady. Like she could do the assassin on the side thing. Like, I don't know.
But she wants to be the assassin with not even the lady on the side.
Yeah, so that's
yeah. All right, let's continue.
Real quick though, like predictions. It's at the end. All right.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna make it through this, and she's gonna end up sailing off into the sunset, like literally, and probably exploring parts. That's kind of what she mentioned before. So, just a prediction.
Or she falls in love with the Hound.
What?
Maybe she falls in love with the Hound.
Sir, no.
It's gonna be awful.
Marry a lord and you're going to be a lady, and she's like, nope, that's not me. And so I love that kind of harkening back to the first series, and you know, Arya being Arya, right? But where are the faces? I want to know, who is she going to kill and then become? I had this really awful and awesome thought last night, actually, that she's going to end up killing Euron for Jaime, and then she can become Euron and kill Cersei as Euron. That would be kind of beautiful, I think. Other couple feminism issues that I wanted to discuss. Melisandre, show's always had some challenges, I think, about how they represent characters of color in the show. I felt like she didn't really get the best end. I mean, it was really badass when she was like Dracarys at the end, but to have her end up in chains, I don't know. I get it from like a narrative perspective, but I wanted more for her. I felt like she deserved a better end. The Sansa Hound moment, okay, it's problematic, right? You know, when I think there was a way that they could have written that scene that would have been a little bit more Survivor focused. I mean, it was Survivor focused, but I think it could have been with a little more of a modern tone to it that would have made me a little happier, because obviously Sansa is who she is, and yes, she's a survivor, and her strength comes from herself, not from those experiences. So maybe it would have been great to hear her say, like, I always knew I was strong, but I survived all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she was a strong bird. And then the Gendry Arya moment, of course, I think was really, really awesome. Okay, a couple of last things, because I don't have much time, because you guys are doing all the talking again tonight. I hope that worked out well for you. The ships, the dragon, that made no sense. I don't understand. Why didn't they just come from the back and like torch them all? So I didn't really understand that situation with Drogon. I guess maybe it was because of the narrative with Euron, like we really needed him to live. And maybe Melisandre as well. That all had to happen. Who is the prince that was promised? That's a question. And then also, this is something I did not need to see. I did not need to see Brienne cry. Really. Why? I didn't feel like that was the best ending for Brienne, but maybe there's some other plot perspective that's coming down the way. Dany, I feel bad for Dany. Look, her second love of her life is her nephew. John's people basically prefer him as king. She's got that vibe. She kind of got left out of the fun at the longest feast ever on television. She's lost 2 dragons. She just had to watch her second dragon die. And then she watched her best friend die, which is how the episode started out, with someone and then Jorah on the funeral pyre. So, I got to give her like a little bit of slack right now. I mean, a lot has happened in this last episode or 2. Best line of the entire show was Tormund, which of you cowards pooped in my pants? I just died laughing. I'm sure you did too. And then last of all, we're finally going to get Clegane Bowl. So I'm very excited about that. From Emilia Clarke's interview last week, we heard that this is probably going to be the episode of the whole season that's going to both devastate us and astound us. What's coming? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to attack King's Landing with with very few people, most of them injured, 1 dragon, and Clyburn's giant archery system set up around the whole town. It's problematic. And I don't understand why Tyrion just didn't get killed right then. But I guess when you're parlaying, those things don't happen. So, and shout out to my brother who is still holding on to the Arya's not really Arya. Good luck with that. I don't think it's happening now, but it'll be really fun to see what happens. So shout out to my fellow host and the crew, Corbin and Jacob, for your help, Andrew with his help, and Costas and Josh. And hopefully I will be here next week and can't wait to join you guys. Have a great show.
All right.
Oh, hello again.
All right.
Oh,
so,
man.
Kathy covered a lot there, so...
Oh, yeah. Let's see if there's anything. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, we had a lot of talking points that we really wanted to cover, but I think, we can pick and choose now from what we want to...
All right. Yeah, that dragon fight. And by fight, I mean, like, got speared a lot and then died. That was...
That was... Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
It's things like that. Like, when characters make reasonable mistakes,
Yeah.
that makes the show good. I mean, they make mistakes, there's real consequences. But when they make really stupid mistakes, like things they shouldn't have done in the first place and just happens to move the plot along,
Yeah.
that's when I don't like this show.
Yeah.
That's something, they should have seen it, they should have had scouts. They're going to, it's just basics of warfare and, like, not being an idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, let's soar over the ships because it's super cinematic, guys. Like, I'm glad the visual guys had that shot, but, like, they would not have done that in a... I don't know.
Yeah, in an actual like conflict that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I think it was somewhat in character.
Yeah.
In like an overarching broad strokes kind of thing, because like she was acting impulsively. She was like, "Nah, I'm going right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
And
Here's my dragon."
Yep.
And
he was
like,
already hurt.
Yeah. And then the dragon just eats it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, now all the weakest dragons are done, so now they have the strongest dragon,
Yeah.
the one that has been hurt less. That's pretty excellent.
Also doesn't bode well for like the continuation of dragons as a species. So I
No,
guess,
that dragon's done.
yeah.
Also interesting thing is the scorpion design on the scary squid boats had little suckers on them, and the ones at King's Landing were entirely different design. So Qyburn's been really busy.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. He's making fashion out of his scorpions.
Yep, he's got the production line. He's got like different like.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, if you guys over here want your own specialized
Well, I got a thing
specialized
for
scorpion,
you.
I got them for you, right here.
Oh yeah, and I mean I don't usually. So, I have like delved a little bit into the lore of the books. Would not have that's been tried before in the past, and like it's not. People have been fighting dragons for centuries in this world. That stuff like does not fly in the lore. Like that doesn't. Those things wouldn't have pierced dragon skin. It's pretty tough, I guess. Only like thing I could do to like make that retcon would be like he was pretty hurt from the fight. Maybe it hit like a weak spot and where he had scales torn off or something.
Yeah.
But that's not how they did it. They just did it in like, oh, all the dragons are really vulnerable now. They are not, we can just kill them with these conventional weapons.
Yep.
They're no longer this giant threat. I mean, I think Dany's just got to figure out, like, she can just dive bomb them and that'll be it. That's probably the workaround, but
Yeah.
it's dumb. It was a dumb way to go. I don't know.
Yep. It's pretty bad.
I was, yeah.
Yep.
And then he killed the dragon, then destroyed all the ships
With the same weapons.
with the same weapons.
from like a huge distance.
Yeah, it's something that no one has ever thought to use before. Because I'm pretty sure ballistae are not like a new concept
Yeah,
in the
they're
world.
big crossbows that shoot logs.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, okay, we just thought of this. Let's put them on all the ships. Oh, they don't have any because they didn't. Whatever. That's apparently they don't. No one gets naval warfare at all on their side, on Daenerys' side.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, would they have like cannon or something to like defend with? Like, what did they?
they usually put catapults on ships. That's the one thing. I
They
mean,
put
even
catapults
that.
on?
But like,
It's an inferior siege weapon. It's
Yeah.
not a trebuchet.
I mean, it doesn't have the distance. Actually, I don't think it's distance of trebuchet. No.
Yeah. I mean, a trebuchet can launch a 90-kilogram projectile over 300 meters.
We have a subscriber to our trebuchet.
I'm very happy about this.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I would agree. But
They're the superior siege weapon. They could totally take out those scorpions. The scorpions aren't even ballista.
yeah,
They're like the medium between a crossbow
yeah, they're
and a
infantry.
ballista.
They're anti-infantry weapons.
Yeah.
And here they are, clearly giant artillery pieces. I don't know.
Yep.
Like,
They're like semi-handheld. They used it. The Romans used them.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to use this big crank crossbow and chuck them at like elephants or whatever.
Yeah, and I don't know, nobody else is caught on. Like, it's just like everyone introduces this really high-tech stuff. I mean, Wildfire was like a lost art, but like these things keep coming back, and it's like why are they even retired from warfare? Why are spear formations such a weird concept to get your head around in like a fight? It's like, I don't know. I get mad at little things.
I don't know. Spears are the greatest
But
weapon
the fact
of all
that
time.
Euron did not stop and kill everybody on the shore, did not take the castle beforehand, or the fact that no one in the castle would warn Daenerys that there's a ship, there's people hanging out in the
Yeah.
harbor. Like, someone didn't do their job. Euron.
Oh yeah, and they have crows too. They can just like
Yeah.
chuck messages everywhere.
Yeah. So
Wait, we haven't seen crows like all this.
because Bran just took all the crows,
All-
combined
in the
them
whole
with
world.
Winterfell. They're all
Giant-
went to Winterfell.
a
They're all
crow
sitting
ball,
in
a
the grove,
big ball.
and he's just having a blast.
Yeah, man.
That's why no one's getting messaged anymore. That's why everyone's doing stupid things.
Yeah, what? The crows are all gone.
Yeah.
What?
That's my best guess. But Euron didn't kill everyone on the shore.
Yeah.
He came close enough that he could capture Missandei, who was rowing to the shore, but he didn't kill everybody, like the entire advisory staff, all the soldiers, all the upper echelon people. No, just leave them. Let's take Missandei. Go home. Job done. See you guys. Like, what's
Time
up
to
with that?
pack up.
It's just the whole.
Yeah.
So many of these scenes didn't make sense. They felt really rushed. They felt. I'm raging about this.
I'm really upset about it too.
Yeah.
I'm really upset about it too.
So, a couple of things we had.
It
before we-
hurts.
It hurts a little bit. I love
hurts
the
my
show.
heart.
I really love the show. I love it the way it's been paced.
Oh.
The characters.
It was so good.
It was great.
Ah.
I wanted it to go out like in this crescendo of amazing, like all the plots coming together, but it seems like they're gonna rush it.
It's
And
just gonna pancake.
unless the next 2 episodes really pull it together in some way, then it's gonna be like a real 180. I don't know.
All right. I'm taking. All right, more crazy conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
How can we make this good?
Yeah. Bran wakes up and goes to his office job. That's the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, man, that was a weird dream.
Yeah. Or maybe this is all Bran's like he's like playing out the future. Seeing
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. That's why he stayed out.
And then it reverses, and he's like, nah, the Night King has to kill me because
Exactly.
I am the monster.
Yes. Exactly. That's I don't know.
Oh, man. I don't
That's gonna be their Sopranos moment, I think, at the end. At that point. It just feels so rushed.
Oh, it hurts us.
I don't know. What else? I mean, what are the thoughts we have on this? Like, what else is going to happen? We have the Battle of King's Landing coming up, clearly. Then we have.
I mean, did they even, like, film a battle? Because they, like, filmed that one big battle forever. Did they film another one?
I'm guessing it's going to be the burning of King's Landing more than anything.
Yeah.
Less fighting, more just Danny
Burning.
bombing. Burning
It's just
things.
gonna be the entire CGI budget just burning everything for like half an hour. I'd be like, well, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And then the dog jumps in, and you're like, yes, the dog is back. And then like
he dies
everyone
immediately.
pets the
Then
dog, and
Ballister
then the
just comes through,
yeah,
kills him.
yeah. Well, no, it bounces off the dog because the dog is invulnerable to it because they can only kill dragons.
Right.
They can't kill Tyrion. They can't kill
Yeah.
that like four-person army out there.
Yeah.
And that one dragon who's now
Yeah.
a pincushion. Oh god. It hurts.
All right. We had our Bronn scene, and that went as well as we thought. And then we had, I don't know what else there is to talk about, guys.
Yeah.
We were like, I'm just jaded. Everyone had trunk sex. That's true.
Oh, that was weird.
That was also weird. Like, wasn't really super important to Brienne's character that,
Yeah.
or her relationship with Jaime, really. I mean,
Oh. So you are the lore master because you read a book of some kind.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Varys was talking about stuff about Tyrion, and he was like, "Yo, dog, my loyalties are with
the people.
the people. Well, not like the people,
The
but
realm.
his specific like weird, the realm. Yeah. What the heck is that? Are they like aliens? Because that'd be sick.
So this is actually, it's still from the show, but Varys is very much about not the games Kings and Queens play,
Yeah.
but like just the people who would suffer with the fight state. So he's more about the general welfare of
Okay.
humanity.
Yeah.
That's what he means by the realm.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. He sounds like a good guy.
But kind of like what Tyrion said, like that's, in a way, Tyrion's right. He's being really wishy-washy on
Yeah.
like not committing to one person who can help the people. So by doing so, he's really. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good guy. He has good intentions.
And
Unfortunately, I feel like he's gonna get murdered now because
Yeah.
Tyrion's gonna have to rat him out for basically saying he's gonna assassinate the queen.
They both were. They were both like, "Yo, dog, it's treason time,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yeah, I guess so." And they were both like, "Yeah, what do you do to get Jon in place?" And then the other one's like, "Yeah, I should figure it out. Also, we should
Yeah.
both get Jon in place."
Worst casing this, I'm guessing before the battle starts, Varys is gonna make a move. Tyrion's got to rat on him. Daenerys is gonna kill Varys. Then she's gonna go dive bomb the city. Then Tyrion's gonna feel so guilty they got Varys killed, and then see the carnage that happened. And this is gonna set the stage for his next.
Wait. Did Tyrion actually say that? He was like, "Why would Tyrion rat on Varys?"
He does because he believes in the queen.
Oh.
He said like
Oh!
He warned him. He's
Because
like-
I thought they were both like
No,
going like,
they were
"Yeah,
not on the
man,
same
we
page.
got this."
Tyrion was not on the same
Okay,
page.
okay.
He was absolutely like, Varys, you shut up. We can't talk about this. You got to pick a side. My side's on Daenerys' side. I
Yeah.
understand that you want us to help the people, but she's, where I chose, and you have to stop going back and forth, stop vacillating between having,
Yeah.
loyalties.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's gonna die, and he's gonna die. He's a really great person too, and he's not.
Yeah.
And she's gonna prove him right by dad by the city. That's
Yeah.
what I think the writers are going for next, and I hate it. I really hate it.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I think that's all we have time for, guys. We're gonna wrap up soon. Do we have any other predictions or thoughts, things you want to talk about?
I hope Bran has a good office job.
Yeah,
I hope,
me too.
I hope he's like literally does nothing but push paper around,
Yeah, this is
and
like
he's bored.
this is. I feel like the right. I hate to echo the sentiment. I really hope they pull through, and I understand they're under a lot of pressure, and this is. But if they needed more time, they should have asked for it. I feel like HBO would have paid them a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
I just wish they did it service and they didn't just. It feels rushed.
Yeah.
And I wish they. Sometimes people get wrapped up in like what they're creating and they don't self-check or they don't want to
Yeah.
listen to criticism too much. But I mean, it's not always invalid. Like they
Yeah.
should have
What?
cared a little more. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but I do know that like creating artistic content like this is really hard,
Yeah.
and pleasing everyone is also really hard.
I know, but it's like these things, like this thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I would ever. It's just things that just don't make sense. It seems like it
Yeah.
steps. It's so out of bounds of what has been there before,
Yeah,
and that part is what makes it off-putting to me. Like I could get along with the story not going in a way that pleases me as a fan, but
Yeah.
like having the stupid things happen and then repeatedly happen just to move a plot along,
yeah,
and then concisely wrap it up as much as they can. It's like I don't like that.
yeah,
I would rather it be open-ended and not have than to have
Yeah.
an ending that's just I don't know contrived.
yeah. I don't want our last episode to be like.
I hope. I love this city. I hope this city. This is a show.
Yeah.
I hope it gets. I hope it like can sort itself out really soon. But I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like the
Yeah,
letdowns.
we'll figure it out.
We'll see.
We'll see how it wraps. We should wrap.
We should, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap, guys. It's been fun. We had a really good time talking and crying about the show. We're sorry we didn't get to do the beard thing. We're gonna go off screen, probably do that. Yeah.
Yes.
And we will see you guys next week. Hopefully in better mood because
Something's gonna happen in the plot, probably.
yeah, some things will happen. Yeah, things will change, and we'll weigh in what we predicted and what we didn't predict, and maybe hopefully how they surprised us in a good way.
Yep.
Let's see.
All right.
All right.
Valor Morgulis.
Yes. All right. Good night, guys.